It's time for Mavericks basketball. It's Dallas. It's the Los Angeles Clippers and Quentin Grimes with a front line of Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington Jr.
Driver's seat brought to you by your Chevy North Texas.
Zubats and Lively meet at center court for the decent high 29 against Golden State on Sunday, as we discussed in the open to tonight's telecast here on Mavs TV. Fantastic to have you tuned in, as Dallas will play two straight here against the Clippers, playing on Saturday night as well.
I think he's a Ty Lue kind of guy.
Certainly a defense-first player.
Yes, and fundamentally sound.
Sometimes it takes lottery picks a long time to figure out where they're going to be, you know? Everybody's different.
Punched out of bounds by Jones with only 2.6 to shoot. And it's through the defense, finding Washington, sidesteps at closeout and hits Bulls down low. Zubats averaging a double-double this year and got down deep inside to score with the left hand.
You said it, deep. You can't allow him that deep. He's really good with his back to the basket.
Such a strong base.
Yep.
Almost 15 points and just over 12 rebounds a game, fourth in the league in rebounding.
But he's consistently giving you that.
Here's a lob by Klay Thompson, and he's the one that can throw those lobs skyward to Derek Lively. Klay Thompson in on that action, and here's a beeline to the basket for James Harden, and Chris Dunn jumps into the passing lane on the inbounds pass after the made basket, and Harden is fouled on a three-pointer. Those are points you do not like to concede.
What do you give him, though? I give him a jump shot and not give it to him, but I bet he'll get 40 like he had the last game. Good free throw shooter.
Almost 89% this year, 86% for his career. Game shy of 1,100 games. Tonight, number 1099. Harden is fourth in the league in free throws attempted this year and just got 3. Here's a handoff to Grimes.
Well, he's averaged so many points over his career.
And here's a runner by Dinwiddie, and they are not going to get. Here's Dinwiddie finding Washington. Straightaway 3. All's well that ends well.
Love that, Hart. When he's dialed in early, that's a good.
2 early threes for P.J. Washington Jr. Zubats. And he gets down deep inside against Lively, but then lost his balance a little bit at the last second, so the shot was off target.
Pull the chair a little bit, just a tad, to throw Zubats off balance.
There's a deflection into the backcourt. Dinwiddie able to alertly tip it away from Harden. And he still has some time, but time of the essence right now at 4 seconds. And it's Dinwiddie shooting over Harden, and a rebound for Norman Powell.
Difficult attempt there.
Good defensive possession for the Clippers.
And Norman Powell launches a 3 and misses it.
23 points a game.
How about that year for Norman Powell? A player who has been a little slept on, too much so, I would say, in his career. Lost ball by Dallas. Second turnover of the game. Harden leaves it for a trailing Chris Dunn, who throws it up for Zubats.
It's a nice.
Dinwiddie making his first start of the season tonight, and 24 games off the bench. He's averaged 8 points a game. Flipped up by Lively and a nice bounce. Certainly more to Derek Lively's game on the offensive end of the floor this year.
He'll show you, as long as his coach continues to allow him to grow.
Boy, we had one of his assistant coaches, Tyson Chandler, on center court. He gave us some great insight into Lively.
Here's Grimes on the move, and he's fouled. And that one is definitely
his questions, as Derek Lively II is. What he's trying to learn, how he's trying to learn it. And Tyson, I can't remember if he said the kind of player that Lively is and what drives him and how he wants to be great.
Well, you're certainly listening well if you're asking good questions.
Well, that's exactly right, Mark, and really are. They're very similar in personality.
Down the lane, Norman Powell. Grimes just tied it to the line. Amir Coffey has come into the game for the Clippers, and he missed the 3. Najee Marshall has gone into the game for the Mavs. He returns after missing 5 of the last 6 games. And a leaping leaner is no good for Dinwiddie. It's kept alive. Lively tipped it up. Dinwiddie grabbed it. Grimes shoots it. Short on a 3. Another tip by Dinwiddie, but this one right into the Clippers bench more this year. And anytime you ask a question to Kid about the things they're seeing out of Grimes this year, he always brings up his rebound.
Yeah.
And the fact that he rebounds well for a guard.
It's crucial. Everybody's got a rebound. You can't just leave it up to the bigs.
And when he's starting this year, he's up in the neighborhood of 5 boards per game. Got Dallas with the ball here and a chance to go in front. It's Dinwiddie looking to break down the defense and is able to bait the Clippers.
Well, that's what he does, too. He shoots those unorthodox shots a lot.
On the floor, Marshall's missed 5 of the last 6, only returning to play and scored 19 points, by the way, in the NBA Cup quarterfinal loss to the Thunder. Score inside, Zubac.
Really good both ways.
Yeah, he can do it.
If he keeps his field goal percentage over 60% this year, it would be the 5th straight season that he's done that. Long 2. Cue up the orchestra for some string music for Spencer Dinwiddie.
You knew the best way for the Mavs to play close to how they normally play was going to be a lot of action running through Spencer.
And here's Harden trying to draw a foul, lost it. Grimes finds Marshall, who certainly can initiate the offense, but he'll leave it for Dinwiddie. Amir Coffey extends defensively. Dinwiddie uses a screen by Lively to try to break down the defense. And Grimes, long 2 is on the money.
This Maverick squad.
9-2 Dallas run. They're up right now by 3, but it's a last season with Paul George in Los Angeles and Kawhi Leonard obviously a big part of the offense. Harden took a step back. He's at 22 points per game this season. He has had a much more assertive place in the flow of their offense, understandably so. Here's Grimes, faced by Norman Powell.
Jeff doesn't like any of that kind of stuff. Jeff Van Gundy.
And of course, Jeff Van Gundy, assistant coach now with the.
Oh yeah, Jeff. He's the best rebounder I've ever seen in my life.
When you're getting he's been on the line for 2, has 1 more, and for more on Grimes, here's Leslie McCaslin. Leslie.
Well, I talked to him in the locker room games ago, but he loves this opportunity. It's a good thing for them to get more minutes, to get to step up. He had a smile all over his face talking about getting to play tonight.
It's his 9th start of the year tonight. Here's Chris Dunn in the paint, no good. Gafford's in, claiming the rebound. In the 6 games that Luke has missed this year, Grimes has really picked up the slack. He's averaged almost 15 points per game in those contests. And there's Najee Marshall.
Going towards the basket, away from the basket.
If you look at the top 20 in the NBA in field goal percentage, 6 of those players are 6'7" or under. Yeah. And Marshall is one of those 6 players. He's 20th in the league in field goal percentage. Marshall is shooting about 55% from the floor this year. And here he is trying to break down the defense again. Low clock situation. Norman Powell going coast to coast after the rebound.
He'll creep you sometimes too and get.
Jazz on Monday night, their last game, that ended a 3-game losing streak. They'd lost to Minnesota, Houston, and Denver prior to that.
Those are 3 really good teams.
Step back threes missed by Dinwiddie. Amir Coffey on the leak out, and he got in behind Maxi Kleber, slams it home, and a timeout is called after the transition. Now he may play more minutes tonight than he has all year. 15 minutes so far this year for Gortman, who's on a 2-way contract, and the 21-year-old is in at point guard right now. Gafford will redo, and both shots rim out.
Abby taking him back towards the lane and drop stepping, creating that space. He bossed him in there.
Big body.
Yeah.
Since going to the JC and Gortman and Daniel Gafford, the group on the floor for the Mavs tonight. Still no Jaden Hardy. He's missed tonight. This is 2 weeks since 2 weeks ago tonight is when he sprained his right ankle in Washington. Percent this year on the free throw line. League average is the high 77s percentage-wise. Steal, P.J. Washington. And he finds Gortman, and Gortman looking for the fancy finish. Dallas crashing the offensive glass and headed to the line again. Couple times for Quentin Grimes, and then earning second chances with offensive rebounds. The Mavs are now at 10 and has made 4 of his last 5 threes.
I was wondering about that, Harp. Can he continue this trend of corner threes that he's knocking down? I love seeing it.
The more time you get, the easier it'll be. If you're out for you.
Kevin.
You try too hard almost. I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr.'s in the game right now. He finds Bamba for a corner 3. Washington there for the rebound. Mavs in front by 2. Playing the first of 4 straight at home. And the first time they played the Clippers since last year's scintillating 6-game series. But the Mavericks won 4 games to 2. Some unforgettable performances in games.
Nice grip on your right leg.
Klay Thompson with the basket. Amir Coffey with a 3. Had a really nice, averaging a career best 10 points per game this year for Amir Coffey in his 6th year for Minnesota. Omax finds Clay, a gamble by Coffey, and it leaves Clay open for a 3-ball. 54% in the last 3 games, 50% on threes in those games. Harden to the cutter. Oh, Gafford, meet me where you meet me. He turns away Mo Bamba on the block upstairs. And here's JC and Gortman, and there's a fancy finish.
That's game right there.
Yeah.
That's game.
21.
PJ is just taking away Harden's left.
Yep. And then the kick out goes to Porter, and he misses, but Harden chases down Washington, got the ball back, leads with his elbow, offensive foul.
Right call. He was just waiting on the ball to get to the officials, right?
Here's Gortman, another drive. Bamba has it poked away. Omax chasing. Amir Coffey, that is, has it. And now Harden, he's got time. Puts up a long jumper. No good.